Hi everyone, my name is Bindi Mehta and I'm an Usui Ryoho Reiki Level 2 practitioner. I want to explain what Reiki is about to you as a client, or I prefer the term recipient. I will be letting you know about what you can and cannot expect from Reiki and talk about some of the misconceptions about this healing practice. Reiki in Japanese language literally means spiritual energy, which refers to the universal life force. In Hindi and Sanskrit, it's called prana. In Chinese, it's known as chi. We all feel it and channel it with our breath. When I mention Reiki, people often ask me questions like, "Oh, I'll wait till I have some pain somewhere and then come for a session." Or they look at me in awe like maybe I have some kind of superpower, learning some tantric, occult, black magicy thing. It's not. Sometimes people have heard of Reiki masters whose hands blister and they say, oh, it must be very painful for the practitioner. I'll be busting a lot of these myths for you in this video. So before I tell you how Reiki can affect you, help you, and what it can do for you, let me tell you what Reiki is not. It is not a religion or a cult. We do not pray to anyone. We have no governing body, and it is just like anything you study. It's just like a school of thought that teaches us techniques and principles, do's and don'ts, like any discipline you would learn. It is not magic or any kind of superpower or black magic. It does not create any new abilities in a practitioner. It is not a medical science either. We do not diagnose any pains or illnesses, and we do not guarantee or claim to cure any either. You can tell us if you have a specific complaint, and we can give that part an extra focus, but we focus on general cleansing, balancing, and healing. I'll be explaining this in more detail later. We do not give Reiki. The recipient accepts Reiki from the universal energy, and we as practitioners are simply a channel between you and the universe. Reiki is based on the basic principle that every body mind has its own intelligence and knows what is best for it on an energetic level. This happens not with a conscious mind but with our subconscious minds. We cannot take control of your body mind. The control lies entirely with you. We do not use our personal energy reserves as practitioners, and therefore our energy is not depleted. In fact, the more we perform sessions, the more we heal and energize along with the recipients. We do not bend or manipulate time and space. We're not Doctor Strange, and this is not Interstellar. As recipients, what can you expect from Reiki? A Reiki session is used to balance imbalanced energies in your body mind, and it is used to remove stagnant energy to help heal the body mind. It is an overall healing that will give you a general sense of well being. It works on all levels mental, physical, and emotional. It will help to relieve stress, anxiety, and tension. You don't need to be ailing or wounded to want Reiki. It is not targeted specifically to any wounds or illnesses or diseases, though it can help to a great extent. It can help rid the body mind of addictions, and it has definitely helped me with mine. Reiki can be performed effectively over any amount of distance. All you have to do is schedule a time with me and be able to lie down in a quiet place where you will be uninterrupted. What will you feel during a Reiki session? You may feel any or a combination of the following things during a session: feeling hot or cold, feeling an emotional response like crying or overwhelmed, seeing visions like colors or light, some tingling, stomach rumbling, twitching, or other involuntary body movements, falling asleep, or no reaction at all. What will you feel after a session? You may feel some or most of these: relaxed or calm, refreshed, light, tired but in a good way, reduced pain spots, sleeping better, naturally rejecting certain foods, substances, or lifestyle choices that no longer serve your highest good. So, how does Reiki work? Now, this section is a bit long, so stay with me if you're interested. Reiki works through energy. Our bodies and minds don't just exist on a physical level, but on an energetic level. For example, you know when someone is looking at you from across the room, you suddenly get a sensation and you look up. There may be 20 other people in the room, but you know exactly which direction that attention is coming from. This phenomena is called morphic resonance. Or sometimes when you meet a new person, you get a vibe or a chemistry where you just immediately take a instant like or dislike. Love at first sight and instant connects are things we all talk about. These are from a biomagnetic field around us. These frequencies can be measured through something called Kirlian photography. These are signs of intangible energy frequencies and wavelengths we function at. When we meditate, as our breath starts to calm our minds, it begins to go from an alpha state, which functions at 8 to 12 hertz, to a theta state that exists at 4 to 7 hertz. The theta state of mind is used to access everything from our subconscious memories to intuition and creativity. Don't be intimidated by all this terminology. I'm only telling you this so that if you're cynical or hesitant about what energy means to you in this context, you can research these terms further and decide for yourself what you choose to believe in. But put in very simple terms, these energy frequencies are the way we are all connected to the universe and to each other. While Reiki or spiritual energy is present in everyone, the practice of Reiki as a technique, which was founded by Mikao Usui in the late 1800s, this practice is about us learning how to connect to this universal energy in a more focused and deeper way. A Reiki session is aimed at bringing your body into a state of homeostasis. Homeostasis means a natural state of balance and equilibrium. For example, if you have a fever, sweating helps with bringing the body temperature back to normal. Fever is the state of imbalance, and normal temperature is the state of balance or homeostasis. So, when pain, illness, stress, depression, etc., when they exist in your body, they are all forms of imbalances within a body. And all imbalances begin with a thought. For example, if a thought occurs to you that you should read more, you may then assign an emotion to it, like, oh, I like reading because it makes me feel smart, or I don't like reading because it makes me feel inadequate about myself. The first thought is a positive one, and the second one is a negative one. So, when a thought occurs unconsciously or consciously, we assign an emotion to it. A thought is not positive or negative, but an emotion is. And assigning an emotion is always a choice we make, even though we may not be aware of it. We then follow that emotion through in our energetic body, where we internalize this as a belief system. Let's assume in this case that the negative emotion has taken root in you. So we go from I feel inadequate when I read to a general sense of I don't like reading because I'm not good enough. It then trickles down to our physical body. The next time someone triggers a conversation about reading, you may be inclined to avoid it without really remembering why you have an aversion to it. Like if a bunch of your friends decide to join a book club, you may be prone to avoid going to it or lie and say you're busy. If they start to peer pressure you, you could be prone to act annoyed or angry or frustrated. If these feelings present themselves frequently or constantly, they can lead to a state of imbalance, which can then manifest as allergies, illnesses, diseases, pain, stress, depression, etc. We're continuously conditioning our minds in this way through our surroundings and our own thoughts. While we cannot control our surroundings, there are many ways to control our thoughts. Often the positive thoughts will then mirror in our environment and in turn make it a positive one. But it sounds impossible to control every thought we have, right? For our conscious mind, it is. But our subconscious mind does not logic. It works on an emotional, intuitive, and energetic level. There are many healing modalities like meditation, pranayam, yoga, hypnosis, NLP. They all heal from a subconscious level. This is why when we meditate, we do it to clear our thoughts from our conscious mind. We are told to focus on breathing, which balances our energetic minds, and in turn, our thoughts become more balanced, calm, and therefore positive. Thoughts also mean intent, and through the right intentions, a lot of damage and baggage that we carry can be healed. As Reiki practitioners, we use intent, visualization, and intuition as the crux of any true Reiki practice. When my hand is, say, on your forehead or your third eye chakra, the energy emanating from my hands will intuitively tell me how long I need to stay there, and with the intent that the Reiki energy be used for your highest good. I visualize this energy flowing from my crown chakra into my hands, and this is how I channel Reiki for you. During the session, your body mind will intuitively know what is best for you and take in energy at the pace and the intensity that you need. You may not be aware of this, but your subconscious mind is. Reiki energy goes where it needs to, and my hands will intuitively tell me how long I need to stay on each chakra and body point. I do this for myself on a daily basis. And every day, the way energy flows from my body and the way my body channels it at various points is different. But after the initial cleanse, my mind feels clear and calm, my body feels refreshed and energized. So now that you know what and how Reiki works, why should you choose Reiki and not other modalities? You can choose any healing modality that works for you, and if you seek it, the one that is right for you will come to you. You may even try a combination of modalities, and as you practice each one, Your needs may change and modalities may change with it. If you intuitively feel that Reiki is something you want to try, then you should. One thing that makes Reiki different from others is that it is one of the most effortless ways of healing. All you need to do is make time, find a quiet spot, lie down, and be mentally open. With Reiki, you just have to trust the universal life force. We both heal in this process. At this time of social distancing, this may be one of the best options for you to keep a balanced state of mind with relatively little to no effort. Thank you for hearing me out. I apologize if this was long or boring, but if you stayed with me till the end, then you can find my information below. I hope we get to work together. Take care. Have a great one. And stay safe.